Okay, here's the thing. I'm, as usual, kind of in a hurry. Don't have a lot of time before my shift, and I wanted to get this video recorded before I ended my shift because I have to get a lot of sleep for tonight. It's a whole thing. 5 facts about sorta casual, let's go. I've told this story to death in my life on multiple YouTube channels, but I was once swarmed by wasps. I can't remember the exact age that I was at, but basically my sperm donor had a boss who had like this huge house, huge playground behind the house, like all owned by him, and it had a ton of inactive wasp nests like everywhere. But the boss reassured me over and over again, hey, there are no wasps in there, they're inactive, we've sprayed them, they're fine. So I went out there alone because the boss's sons didn't want to go hang out with me out by the playground. I wonder why. I wanted to go out there, hang out alone, use monkey bars, swinging around, kind of move the play place a little bit, got onto this platform, bzzz, I get attacked. So many wasps, dozens of wasps start attacking me. I don't even feel the pain from the adrenaline, but I can feel like the sticking happen. So I start sprinting towards all of the adults. Sperm donor sees me, squares up, getting ready to toss me into like a really disgusting, gross pool. It was like one of those standing pool things, like the in-ground kind of thing. And as I'm getting close to him and the adults, the wasps finally fuck off and I was able to be fine. Had I been allergic, I probably would have died. We had to put meat tenderizer on me and I was really gross for a week or two afterwards because I had just marks all over my body, well over 100 stings throughout my body. So yeah, that was the time that I was swarmed by wasps. I used to be hyper rational. Now, okay, whenever I stopped being religious, I was kind of lost and I kind of spiraled just a little bit. And to help me cope, I decided that instead of focusing on being really emotionally intelligent and caring about other people, I would go hyper rational, hyper logical. I would make everything into like a logic game. If it doesn't make sense, it's not real, kind of just dumb shit, okay? And I would use this in like work life, I would use this in personal life, and I pushed a lot of people away because of it. Because when they were just trying to have like a really good time and enjoy each other, I was like questioning reality and being a complete downer all the time. So I lost a lot of friends doing that. I really damaged my reputation at my first job because of that. I've ruined actual like physical relationships that I had because it's really bad situation. So I kind of have leaned away from that over time. And especially over the past year and a half, I've been really focusing more on developing my emotional intelligence and caring more about people. And now I have, instead of the emotional capacity of like an 8-year-old, I have one of like a 16-year-old. So slowly but surely I'm catching up to where I should be in life. Sometimes I don't eat. And it's not because I have like body dysmorphia issues, I'm not anorexic, I'm not whatever. I just forget to eat sometimes. And it can really bite me in the ass whenever I'm in the middle of a work shift. I'm like, oh, it's like 7, 8 p.m. I haven't eaten today. Crap, that's why I'm so lightheaded. Sometimes I'm just so go that I don't think about, hey, I really need to go like make some food and eat something. I just keep going. So I've been trying to make more of an effort recently, like pack lunch beforehand, so I always have something to bring with me. I try my very best to wake up early enough to make breakfast, or if I wake up early and just don't feel motivated to make breakfast, I force myself to eat something. Because sometimes I just don't eat. Either I'm not in the mood or I forget or whatever. It's not because I have like issues, I just forget. I have stretch marks. Now, for some reason, people say that I don't have stretch marks, but I 100% have stretch marks. They run in like 2 lines, like right above and right below my belly button. I've had these since I was in like middle school. I was never overweight. Maybe I was too underweight and I gained weight. I don't know what happened. I've never had like a weight issue. My stomach's always been relatively flat. There's no reason for me to have stretch marks. I've never understood why I have them. They show up if I ever like hunch over even just a little bit for a short period of time. They stay there for like the rest of the day. So the only time my stomach doesn't look like I have stretch marks is whenever I wake up in the morning, I'm laying flat. Otherwise, they're just there. And it's really frustrating because usually you have stretch marks if you give birth or if you've lost a lot of weight in the recent history. And like, they're scar tissue. You can't just like get rid of them. And I'm just a little bit insecure about it. Last but not least, I'm actually usually late to a lot of events nowadays, and I really don't understand why. Whenever I was growing up, I grew up with a Nana who was always early to everything all the time, and I emulated that for years. Especially when I started driving, I was early to everything by like 10 to 15 minutes. But in the last like 2.5 years, I just haven't been able to do that. I'm usually like barely on time or late for most things. My girlfriend can definitely attest to this, and I'm not sure what happened to me. Something along the way like triggered to where I was just like, nah, I don't really care about being early anymore. And it's really disrespectful to other people's time, but like I get so caught up in doing so many other things that I just forget that time is a thing and I just end up becoming late. So for anybody that's been inconvenienced by that, I apologize. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and do not forget to keep it casual.